thank you all for coming. I wish I had a podium here or something, but I don't. So thank you, everybody, for being here. We have a couple of guests with us that I'd just like to acknowledge. Mayor Andes, along with Gary and Nancy. Over here. Yeah. Thank you, council people from Denville. Thank you very much for coming. We have the entire Infiniti East team. I think most of you know John, Ted, and Raj, and also their boss, Mike Colleran, who's right here, who's going to say a couple of words too. Mike is Vice President for Infiniti of the Americas, right? Americas. Yeah, but I mean, he basically runs this half of the globe for Infiniti. So it's great that you were able to fit time into your schedule to be here today.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We also have Greg Reddington and his team. It looks like you brought pretty much all your employees with you here today, Greg. Thank you very much. Yeah. So if there's anything you have to say about the construction, just talk to Greg. You know what? It was a long slog, and going through it, it's kind of difficult, and I appreciate everything that you all have done as a team. I mean, we're working 4.5 months in what is basically a detail shop back there, along with sales and service, everybody working together and managed to get through it pretty well. So thank you for all your efforts. Thank you to the office staff who is currently working in a conference room upstairs. Lynn has done a great job kind of like becoming an interior designer with this place. Excellent work. Thank you. And really a special handout too to both Mikey and his crew, mostly Megan, and Edgar and his crew, who have just done a spectacular job with all the logistics. I mean, it really is the backbone of keeping this place going. So thank you, Edgar, and thank you to all your guys. Thank you very much.
I just say the place looks wonderful, and we just wish you many years of good luck and prosperity and many sales.
Thank you very much.
Mike, congratulations on a great new facility. It's really beautiful, Greg. Nicely done. So a couple of things. That was a big introduction. Infiniti Americas. That sounds pretty impressive. It's just Mike.
It's a continent.
A lot of days it's a 4-letter word, depending on where I am. Beautiful new facility, and I want to thank everybody that was involved in getting here. You know, we started this company in 1989, and we've come a long ways. And you don't have success, I think, in any business unless you are good at the fundamentals of what you do. And it's very clear that this company has had strong success. It's had strong success from its dealers across the U.S., including Salerno Duane organization and the great heritage of the Salerno family. I've known the Salerno family for even longer than that. As I worked here back in the late 80s and early 90s, right in this area with Mike's dad. And so dealers are a very important part of that. You also have to have a great product, and you see our products here on the floor. We win all kinds of awards. QX50 just won a great Reader's Choice Award, our all-new sport utility. So we're very proud of the product that we bring into the marketplace. You got to take care of customers, right? You got to do that every day. Infiniti is #1 in CSI across all manufacturers in the U.S. Okay, #1, that's luxury and volume manufacturers, and we're #2 in SSI, which is sales satisfaction. Well, on a golf score basis, I think that's a 3, and the best you can get is 2 in that score. So no one beats us at customer satisfaction. That speaks to the leadership here, and it also speaks to the team that's here, because the dealers win that for us every day. That's not Infiniti doing that. Our dealers are responsible for customer satisfaction, and they do a great job. And then there's the fourth aspect of success, and I think this is the one that rarely gets a lot of view. A lot of people don't think about it. It's the community that you're in. That's how we become really good, is by connecting to the communities. We do that through our dealers every day. And it's the communities that really, at the end of the day, make us successful. Because if you don't buy cars, you don't sell or service cars with us, we're out of business. We don't have a business. And so it's you that really make it a special thing. So thanks to everybody that's out here today. Thank you to the community. Michael, thank you to your team and to to the entire team here, thanks for your investment. It's a really special day. And to commemorate that special day, I'd like to make a special presentation. Ted Mengisti, our Regional Vice President for Operations here in the eastern part of the U.S., is going to make a presentation. Ted?
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thanks, Mike. Thank you. So just to expand on some of the accolades for Salerno Duane Infiniti and the achievements that you've made. Last year, closing out our fiscal year in March last year, Salerno Duane was one of less than 10% of the dealers to be recognized in the nation as a Circle of Excellence winner. And we purposely make it very, very difficult to win because this really defines the creme de la creme of all Infiniti dealers. And we just want to thank Mike and his leadership and George and really all the employees that actually deliver the results to be able to earn that award, not just win it. But as you all know, Infiniti is a Japanese company. So for this special event, wanted to commemorate it with something that's deeply rooted in the Japanese tradition. So Raj will be coming out, my Vanna White. We'll put it down here, actually. And as a Japanese company, the Japanese have deeply rooted cultures and customs and traditions. And one of those artifacts that represents that really well is the samurai sword. So more than just a lethal weapon of mass destruction, there's a lot of symbolism that goes behind the samurai sword. The samurais were the only individuals allowed to carry two swords with them at all times when they walked the streets in Japan back in the day, because they were warriors. But above and beyond warriors, they were very loyal and committed to their families and their communities. The sword was an outward symbol of the status the family carried and the honor that was bestowed upon them by the community. The swords were typically handed down from generation to generation, sometimes to newborns, and depending on the individual, sometimes they were even buried with their swords. So this was not only a weapon, but it was a symbol that was very close to their hearts on who they were and what they represented. One last thing about the samurais is the term samurai translated means to serve. Okay, so I can't think of any better occasion to present this to an Infiniti dealer who is a pillar of the community, who serves their community, who honors their family and the community and the business that they run in the factory, and commits themselves to us. So thank you so much for what you do for us. Just a small token of our appreciation.
Thank you very much.
Before we get out the red tape and start cutting it for the traditional photos, I wanted to say that Mike used the adjective of it was a slog to do with this renovation, and I can say that's an excellent adjective, and I'm going to probably try to borrow it on future customers. And I'm very glad you didn't give him these swords until the end of the project.
For both of us.
Because there may have been some blood on them. But you know, there were two individuals at my company who really took charge of this whole project and really slogged it through and ended up with this beautiful building because of it. Jeff and Jordan, come on up here. Jeff was our on-site project manager. Jordan was our superintendent. Jordan was our project manager who handled this. I don't know if there's any other people at REDCOM. Joe, come on up here. Thank you very much. And Magdalena, come on up here, our architect. So we designed this building as well, all the architecture. So we really didn't have anyone to point any fingers at. It was pretty much all of our fault. But it's all of your reward because the facility is fantastic. So thank you for all your work.
just a shout out to you. I mean, it pretty much feels as though you've been an employee here for the last 15 months or whatever it is. We're actually going to be very sad to see you leave. And that's going to be in the next couple of days, as I understand. So anybody who wants to say goodbye to Jeff, say it soon. Honestly, thank you very much.